Yo guys, what is up? It's Teach here, coming at you again with another video over on Ark Survival Ascended, and I'm going to show you how to tame a Carchadonosaurus or Carcha, whichever you prefer, without a trap inside of this video. It's insanely easy, and all you need to do is know how to do it. It's really that simple. So before we do, if you don't mind, smack that like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and then consider subbing to the channel. So basically the hardest part of this, and the only thing that you need, is a single tame. Now, what you want to do is you want to aim for a baby tame, and simply due to the fact that it's just easier to kill a baby tame. I know it sounds really bad, but yeah. So a baby tame with high health, high total health, not the current health stat, but the total health stat. Because the higher health, the more actual ability and taming bar that you get for the Carchadonosaurus. So you want to get a decent health baby tame. Notice how I'm wearing cloth armor. It's not a hard thing to do. You just need to walk up to the actual Carchadonosaurus. Now, he's going to do like a sniff animation in the air. And with that sniff animation, the best thing you can do, say he's walking towards me, I want to release this body. And he's going to kind of like do this whole thing where he freaks out, sniffs the air, and he's like, oh, I do want that. That looks like it could be a tasty meal, right? I'm going to go and drag this one away. And so when he sniffs up in the air, what our goal is at that point in time is he is essentially going to kind of come and bite this stuff. Now, you'll see him sniff in a second here. Come on, buddy. Or not. So you don't need a trap just because once he eats this whole thing, come on now. We're nice and close to you. I don't know how much closer I'm comfortable getting. So he'll sniff it. He's going to get inside of the range. Let's see. Come on. There he goes. See that sniff right there? So he's gone ahead and it's like, I am hungry. I will go ahead and eat this. And then once he eats it, he didn't register. That's interesting. Okay. Why didn't he like that? We're going to go ahead and try again with something else. We're going to see, hey, you want this? There he goes. So now he sees that he's done that smell animation right there. You see that? How he's kind of like walked forward and sniffed. That he wanted. So he's going to eat it. He's going to get a green bar around him. And see how he's got that green taming bar? Now what you want to do is you want to run up and get on him. Now, if there's no rush. If you look in the upper right side of your screen, you're going to see a countdown timer. That's how much time before he's going to kick you off. If he kicks you off, you have to do the same thing that I just did right there. And once you do that same thing that I did right there, that is going to allow you to basically restart this whole thing, but keep the same taming percent. You're going to lose taming effectiveness. So what you essentially have to do is kill things. Now, what you want to aim to do is kill things with higher health. The more health that something has, the more, I guess, taming effectiveness and taming percentage you're going to get, because you're going to be able to tame them faster. So I'll show you right now. So as long as I'm killing things on this thing's back, so you can see that these Diplos are each giving me around 10%. And these are like low level 20 Diplos. I did spawn these in, but that's kind of the goal here, right? So we want to get as much percentage as we can quickly. So 23% and 26%. Yeah, so you get the point, 30%. And all you have to do is keep eating everything that you see. Literally anything that exists needs to get eaten by you. Now, the other trick, if you are a more well-off tribe and you have the resources to dump into things, you can actually pop out your baby dinos and unclaim them, because he will not eat dinos from your tribe, because he's kind of like considered a tribe member of yours right now. If you unclaim baby dinos, he can eat baby dinos with high health, because the higher the health they have, the more percentage they get, and he will actually gain the percentage at a much faster rate. You're noticing that the more dinos you eat of the same species, it actually gives you a little bit less taming effectiveness, because it gives you a nice boost up front, but that's about it. So, and again, the more damage you can do, see we're at 55% right now, the more damage you can do quick. See how he's got 35 stacks? Carchas work by getting more and more damage per stack they have. So you want to try and kill everything as fast as you can. Now, as soon as something hits you too, by the way, it's actually going to ruin your taming effectiveness. So you want to try and attack things that are actually unable to get to you or swing at you, because the more they hit you, the worse your taming effectiveness is going to become. All right, so now we're going to go after the Bronto just because it's got a high health factor. You can see that we're now at 70%, and we haven't spent all that much time at all. There's some more Brontos. This is Herbivore Island. Carchas do not spawn on this, by the way. You're more likely to get one to spawn up near Blue Ob. And if you get one to spawn up near Blue Ob, what you want to do is you want to actually run to the snow zone, because there's a large amount of snow zone dinos. All right, see how I went to 99.9%? Every time something hits you, you're dropping your taming effectiveness. But do you see how much more percentage I got out of that? Because that thing had a higher health pool. So if you can find 150s, that's technically the best thing that you can do. Or even better, like I said, if you have some high health Diplos are probably the #1 thing. If you've got like level 3, 400 Diplos, each Diplo is going to give you like 20, 30%. So like, we're at 85% and we haven't even left Herbivore Island yet. And again, as soon as this thing gets to 100%, you're good to go. And the only reason that you're going to get kicked off, by the way, is if that countdown timer goes to 0, that little like fist bump thing. So, and if you can kind of dodge back and forth, that's the best way that you can actually use in order to actually get a whole bunch of percentage, because you don't want to get hit. Right? As soon as you get hit, you lose that taming effectiveness, and we don't want to do that. So we're at 98%, and boom, we have tamed a Carcharodontosaurus. And that's it. That's all you have to do for a Carcha. It's not hard. It's probably the easiest tame in the game, in my opinion. Now, obviously, the saddle, in order to get the saddle for this thing, is quite a bit more difficult, but you just have to kill things. That's it. And that's why it's so easy. All you have to do is bring a high health baby tame near it, destroy the baby tame. He will come up and do that sniff animation like you saw. The first one was a little bit glitchy. I don't know why you didn't do it then, but as long as you kind of like drop it on the ground in front of him, you earn his trust, right? And as soon as you've earned this thing's trust, boom, he's ready to be tamed. And that's as easy as it is. I wish it was more difficult because these things are insanely overpowered. But you can tame it at level 1. There's no real difficult way to tame these things. So again, hopefully this video helps you out. And other than that, teach.